Greetings, I am Lies, and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal, and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together!
Demons. I think they're humans bound to the lowercase devil's power.
Insults the devil by speaking his name in lowercase. Devil
Devil
somewhere. Excuse me, my ears are burning.
What?
My long, silky ears are burning!
They're on fire!
Uh-huh. I love it. Welcome back to the Coliseum, folks. I have not been human for a very long time. Longer than you two or your parents parents poisoned this world. So what we're saying is that you got this job. Somebody interviewed you and hired you like you are now.
So you're a little bit over 200. You might have maybe gotten to 200 years old. I'm very old, says Tiny Immortal. I mean, you know.
Other immortals. Ah, yes. Good job.
Oh, yes, you're very old.
Very
Aren't
old.
you very old?
You're so old.
You're so old. Shut up. Wiggles angrily.
I'm just like, I appreciate this, but I'm also like, okay. So either you've been in this position and inherited it down from counts and countesses, or, again, someone, like, hired you for this job in this condition. They were like, yes, someone very worm-centric on their resume. I guess you're the only sort of noble person around here. You'll have to have the job.
I know. Who?
Worm-centric sounds great for a
I
preacher.
love it. Yes, predators who are wormy.
Sounds like you'll solve all the problems.
Yeah, perfect.
Poisoned. Wait, are we having an environmental message now? Does he think people are poisoning the world?
Oh, no, Nadia's going to be poisoned.
How does one become bound to the devil's power? Let me ignore everything you've just said and get to the point. I appreciate that. In this moment, I appreciate that about her, because that's useful.
I shake my head. If that information exists, it's not here. And I doubt Vlastimil will tell us.
Oh, was she talking to
you?
you? To
I was probably one of those of going like, don't ask that question, because that's not going to handle my
Yeah,
life.
could be.
But which is also very silly, because she does, I'm like, that's actually an active, like, question, and your character immediately goes, don't do that!
I also feel like that's one, it's proactive, but two, I also feel like it's so direct that there's no reason he wouldn't tell you, because that's sort of going to catch him off guard.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Who knows?
Well, if Vlastimil is bound, let's assume he can't hear us talking.
Vlastimil immediately, I'm not answering, la 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 la, and she just keeps talking. You. Whew, I see I was right.
If Vlastimil is bound, I'm right here!
Oh my god!
Are you doubting my connection to the devil? I have
the
connections!
devil.
I will name drop the devil all day long! I'm connected!
I have connections! All right there, ma'am!
You just can't go a minute without name dropping, can you?
Nope.
Turns into,
a Tahani.
Yeah, Tahani. Oh my god. Honestly. Alright. If Vlastimil is bound, we shall simply have to unbind him?
She looks at me as she says it, and I know what she wants me to do.
I know exactly what she wants me to do.
Break his bonds. Break his connection to the devil.
Break his bones! Bonds!
He's a worm.
He's boneless.
He's boneless.
Aye.
I don't know if I can, but I have to try.
Why do you have to try? Over my beautiful dead body. What makes you think you will have that power, little mortals?
Vlastimil slithers from the box onto the bloody sand.
Hey, it's bloody again!
Yay! That we
Yes.
don't care about. As soon as he touches the ground, it begins to shake.
He casts Earthquake. It's very effective.
I recoil as I realize that's not the ground, but thousands of worms slithering out of the sand, all screaming.
Okay, this reminds me of something in real life, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's really kind of horrible. But if you ever look up giant worms in Australia, there you go.
Yes. I mean, it reminds me of a personal experience I had at one point, but that's always me. All screaming. I just walk without a pattern. Walk without sound. The worms will not find you as you walk along the ground.
Except for worms love vibration.
They do.
You actually can, like, so you can worm charm, you can summon worms by tapping the ground and creating vibrations. It's kind of good.
All screaming.
Snakes like it too.
Yep. The creatures coalesce into a great monstrous form that towers over us.
While this goes on, we stand there and do nothing. That was an interesting sound.
I did.
So Vlastimil slithers down from the thing. The ground starts to shake.
He becomes a Gundam.
I take time to realize...
Or a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
He's Captain Planet.
He's Captain... He ascends.
And I take time to go, shit, the ground's shaking, and then I go, oh no, it's not shaking, it's bunches of worms. And then I stand back and watch the entire transformation sequence as Magical Worm Girl appears.
I've got the power, where by the power of the worm, I will punish you.
Yes, exactly.
It roars, splattering my face with worms.
Just, ew. Rude. Cortisone. Pincer formation? What the fuck does that mean?
Hang on. What?
I don't know if it's pincher or pincer, but I think it's pincer. Okay.
It's pincer.
But what does that
Pinch is
mean?
with an H.
Right, thank you. What's... Cortisone! Pincer formation!
We have been training together.
No, we haven't.
No. This means we have been training together. In military tactics.
Does this mean she taught us how to wrestle and she taught us some terminology, but we didn't do it? What is
but
this?
That's not in wrestling.
No? What the hell is this?
This is stupid.
Why would you have any reason to believe that we would know what that means? I hope we say what?
Nadia sweeps her hand in front of her and plucks a silver sword from thin air, brandishing it at the creature. It roars and follows after her as she leads it away from me, exposing its back.
What the hell is pincer formation?
I summon up my magic. I will not engage. Surprised when it rushes to me like an old friend, cloaking me in bright light.
Why?
Because I've never used magic before.
I'm always surprised when my magic comes to me quickly, because usually it's really like pulling teeth.
For reasons.
It's super hard normally.
Yeah.
Easy is surprising, especially in a magical world.
It has never been this easy.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, wow.
No! Corazon! Whatever it is you're supposed to do.
Pincer formation it! I'm on the other side, now what?
Pincer it now! Do you mean flank it? We want to flank it?
Yeah, flanking.
Yeah, it's okay. You know...
I'll distract it, you flank it. Like, that's...
When the hell would we have learned what this is? I remember at one point reading Astra's old battle tactics and knowing what pincer formation...
I read! It was in a dusty old tome in the back, like
and
they
I
all
recall
are.
Pincer formation means flanking. Oh, God.
The monster strikes like an adder, not like a worm. Noxious fumes leaking from its mouth. Not worms, though, just stinky smells.
Blastable! Your worm acts like a snake!
Then rears back in pain as Nadia slashes it across the face. My beautiful worms!
My bugs!
My bugs! My bugs!
I'm sorry.
Somehow I know what to do. I apparently do. The energy sharpens in the air around me.
Honestly, it's somehow several times. I know just what to do. I've realized
somehow this works.
Somehow I know what to do. They're always okay, and I appreciate that they're kind of as a story convention going, I'm not going to explain this, just somehow I know. And you're like, but I wish me as the player knew how that was.
Can I actually have a little bit more information?
Can I be connected to your inspiration?
Because, so you have to keep in mind, one of the reasons also that I find stuff like this annoying is because it really does, it creates a wall between you and the story, and it doesn't intrigue me past a point. I've read so much other media where I'm like, you both have some of the intrigue and you have some of the information so that you're not constantly going, what am I doing? Hello, I will just tango off on my own. Like, there has to be a balance you need to strike.
I love the idea of just taunting the worm and, just basically hurting Vlastimir's pride and being like, your worm acts like a snake.
Yeah. Takes little top, flashes nipples. You're a wimp!
Or just as like, if you were a proper worm, you'd be under the ground.
Bitch!
You're a lie. You look like a worm and you know it.
You're a bad tremor. Go home.
You know what? You couldn't pull off acting like a worm if your immortal life depended on it.
You know what? You can't be a worm! You don't have the spice for it!
You wouldn't know how to tunnel if the ground opened up around you! I love this. Worm insults. Let's do it.
I reach out, the light caressing my hand, now there's a light, and press my hand to the creature's back.
You mean
all these other little eyes staring at me? We won't do anything about this. Hello, this blast mill, I am made of worms. You do realize that means that there's lots of little faces looking everywhere.
Unless they don't have faces and they're earthworms.
We've had this discussion. I'm like, earthworms don't have faces like that, the way that they describe them.
No eyes at all, just teeth.
Nah!
No see, only bite.
None! Creature's back.
None see, left chomp.
Hey.
No! What are you doing to my babies? You know what? I guessed that he would call worms baby and princess and such like that way before this ever happened.
I'm so happy.
And I'm so proud of me.
But, my darlings, my sweethearts.
Oh, no!
My cuddly wumpuses.
What do? Sleep in a bed of cuddly worms? What do?
Why not?
Why wouldn't you? Anyone who doesn't isn't nearly decadent enough.
Also, I would love to know, like, somebody's motivation for being like, I am worm. That's my whole motivation in life. What would drive you to be like, I want to make a deal with the devil so I can be more worm.
So I can be more worm. Okay,
like, really, in this day, like, for the implied sort of, like, time in history, like, on a different world kind of thing, like, in that sort of, like,
fantasy
mirror
history.
fantasy, whatever. Why would someone in this day and age goes, yes, I see a worm, and I go, that will be me.
And I'm like, worms are immortal. What makes you think worms are
Who
immortal?
are you, Jordan Peterson?
Here's my weird question.
The lobster lives forever.
I know, right? The lobster lives forever. And I'm just like, I've never heard anything about the idea of worms being immortal. Ever.
All.
So I assume that's something he tacked on himself of worms are ultimate beauty. So I want to be a worm, and to have my life the way I want it, I also want to be immortal. Immortal beauty is the immortal worm.
So I'd love to know, what are worms to you, sir?
Yeah, and also going, can you imagine the devil being summoned, and I'd like to form a deal with you. I would sell my soul so I can be a worm. Beautiful immortal worm.
Devil.
What?
No wonder I fucking love people in this realm. You're all crazy.
Didn't I tell you they were the most entertaining?
All the other kind of, no, they're all boring. I'd be like, dude, that is amazing. Sure.
You want to sell your soul to be a fucking worm? I'll do it.
Done.
Best joke ever.
The worms crumble under my fingers, disintegrating into worm dust.
Yes. Not regular dust, worm dust.
Worm dust. I watch in fascination as the transformation ripples across the creature's body. The destruction? The disintegration?
I watch as the worms transforming into dust ripples across the creature's body.
Right.
They're not turning to dust, they're transforming into dust.
Okay.
Because we didn't, like, turn them into ash or turn them into dust. We did a polymorph, a transfiguration into dust.
Which actually is specifically different than I cause you to basically explode into dust.
Mm-hmm. Or dehydrate you into dust or anything like that.
Something like creature's body. I did tap you. Yes. I have one fear. Until there is nothing left but dust. And Nadia beaming across the sand at me.
There's nothing left but dust and sand.
No.
But also,
dust.
Here's a
question.
question.
It feels like a line, like sort of a soft appropriation of that line, though, you know?
Okay, but like,
you're like bouncing
nothing but dust. Nadia tries to beam across at me. Her eyes red and streaming down her face. Her nose starting to run. Begins coughing aggressively. Nothing but dust.
Nothing but dust.
I also breathe in and realize I have not shielded with my magic. I begin coughing as well. Eyes tearing, nose running. Nothing but dust.
This is horrible.
Ew. Hi, what'd you do? What just about died on,
worm.
Astral worm dust?
Dust?
You've lost, Vastamil. You cannot hope to take on both Corazon and myself.
Hang on. Does that mean Vlastimil is still around? So you have to realize, across the entire body, it didn't include leaving Vlastimil.
So, what I'm going to say is it didn't say the worms encased Vlastimil.
Yes, it did not.
So, Vlastimil
it said the entire body.
Sitting over there while all the worms did this on their own.
Oh, that's fair.
Like, it wasn't specified in any way.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, hang on. I believe maybe Vlastimil. I stand here.
You assumed
magnificent.
worm mech, but it was worm golem.
Oh.
Or at least could have been. We don't know yet.
We actually don't know.
Either one. It was a warforge made of worms.
Yeah, warforge.
Wormforge.
Wormforge.
All right, that's it, everyone. Wormforge.
Do you have a new D&D class?
Wormforge. You've lost. You can't hope to take on both of us, even though this is Corazon's quest. My children! My children! I made them myself! What have you done? You're very, very prolific. Wow.
Wow.
Do you make them all by yourself? Are you
Are you an asexual reproducer?
Are you all parent?
All parent?
Are you the entire parental body?
Blastomir shrieks and drops to the ground in agony, long fingers clutching his head.
I hate these fingers. They're not worm pieces. Now, corazon. Now it's pincer formation.
What do you want me to do?
The other thing wasn't pincer formation. This is pincer formation, I guess.
Corazon. What?
Now unbind him.
I ignore the cries and summon up power from somewhere deep inside me.
Somewhere.
Were the cries distressing to you? Were they causing you pain? Are you supposed
Distracting.
to go, baby, I'm so sorry. You cry over your wormy worms.
Are you supposed to go, well, normally when someone's screeching and crying in agony, I just can't concentrate. But right now, I'll summon magic from somewhere.
Somewhere.
Inside me, though.
Inside. Come out. I
Whoa.
concentrate on the feeling of breaking those chains in the field. On the feeling... So are we in the field?
So,
or are you going... No, I understand. But do you understand where I'm going grammatically? That sounds like it's a current, like we're breaking the chains in the field,
like,
rather than I recall the memory of breaking the chains in the field.
Kind of sounds like we're simultaneously existing here and in the field. And we're going, okay, those chains that were holding us in the field over there currently.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to concentrate on breaking those. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what they mean.
I totally understand that's not what they mean, but I'm like, of the power and rush of freedom that I wasn't told about until now.
That I didn't feel
Of
super
wind
powerful.
running through grassy fields that has everything to do with red-stained fields covered in white skeleton. I'm fine.
Wind running through grassy fields.
Of blood.
It's Amaterasu in the Valley of Wind.
Yes! So good. I can see the chains wrapped tight around his form, iron hot and red. They dig into the fleshy skin.
Poor worm.
I reach out. The moment my fingers brush against the chains, they snap, shattering into shards of black obsidian.
We don't know, it's not black shiny stuff, it's specifically obsidian.
Do we know what obsidian is?
I assume
Apparently,
we do.
yeah, I mean, like...
Since
no.
we know so many other things, including pincer formation, we must know what obsidian is. We know what wine, a lot of different varieties of it are.
Uh-huh.
We also know what, like,
Astra,
cakes
oh,
and
you don't understand, but
pastries.
I'm a wine mom.
Astra the wine ant.
Astra the wine...
Hashtag Astra the wine ant.
And then darkness takes me.
Oh, darkness is presumptuous.
Darkness
takes you immediately.
Nadia.
Nadia, I was going to do that.
I come too slowly.
I've been trying to do that the whole story, excuse you.
Ooh.
Darkness, too bad.
I got here first. Tim Curry strides away. Corazon, come back.
Corazon, wait, that wasn't bad at all. Wow.
Wow!
Wow!
There is a softness all around me.
Wow!
Wow!
Corazon!
Ooh.
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 There we are. Yes.
Someone is cradling my head.
It's not darkness, though.
No, disappointing.
Oh, you're awake. After darkness ravaged you, I wasn't sure. I thought... I was worried. I just thought you'd be ruined for everyone ever again.
What makes you think I already wasn't?
Let's pretend you're not.
But also, like, sex is an exclusive activity, so...
Again, ruined for everyone because it was... Never mind.
Okay. She leans down and kisses me firmly. Relief deep in her touch. I choke because I've been breathing through my mouth, because a lot of people, when you come to, like, that, going, like, I'm...
Did she kiss you firmly on the mouth? Or
I assume.
firmly on the forehead?
On the
Firmly
nose?
on the
Eyeballs?
Mwah.
The ear?
Kisses you firmly,
On the chin?
nuzzling her face into your neck. There could be so much more description here.
So
also,
many.
though, okay, I want to know, if you are sitting somehow on the ground...
Laying, you mean?
I don't know, and someone's head is laying in your lap,
Oh, okay.
how easy is it for you to bend down without them bending up or helping you at all and kiss them firmly? How flexible are you?
Also, like, that would depend a little bit about, one, height. How much waist you have? There's a lot of questions that get opened up there. How much mass does the other person have? How big is the other person?
So what I'm wondering is, it's really one of those things of every time I've seen someone bend down and kiss the person in their lap, one, it's usually on the forehead because that's the highest thing they can reach.
Mhm.
You know, but two, the other person usually leans up or tips their head back to kiss them, and that didn't
Yes.
happen in this case.
No, it did not.
And since it just says kiss, I can only assume it's on the mouth and go, you're very bendy.
Quite.
Quite.
Which is not to say that it's not impossible. It's just a, hang on.
We understand she's quite limber. She did that yoga once.
Once. Relief deep in her touch.
We tried to do
Her
yoga
touch
with
of
her,
lips.
but it was bad.
Firmly! But I can taste relief. How do you taste relief?
I don't know.
I actually need to know.
It did not, I feel
I
like...
don't think I've ever been able to be like, somebody kissed me. I can taste relief.
The flavor of relief feels me.
Feels like lemon ginger.
So you're just like, I'd like to order an ice cream cone. Flavor it relief.
Can you sprinkle it with a little bit of relief?
I'm sorry, all we have is dry leaf, not relief.
That's what they call leaf juice. Now here.
But do you have any burnt leaf?
Ooh.
Don't you ever do that to me again. Don't ever be taken by darkness again.
I'm sorry. When he calls, I might not be able to resist.
He didn't ask this time. I doubt he will next time.
You know what? He probably won't ask. I don't mind.
The little ruffles on the long, like, inner coat is really cute.
Honestly, I like the ruffles, but again, it's like, it's so Lucio fashion and very English, basically.
It's extremely European. She European weeaboo.
Which is very unfortunate, I think, for her.
Europeaboo?
Like, again, it's not, but it's also like the only way we could think of, because in my mind, I would go, this was supposed to be an attractive or hot outfit, right? Like the other one. That was more basically British army sort of regular military style, in my mind. But like, I just am like, why this? Why is this the only way that basically you can look masculine?
It's okay. The thing I have a problem with all over the place is it looks like at her waist it's buttoned. But if all the buttons are on this side, it's not. So those are faux buttons, which means they're snaps, which I think is interesting.
Oh, that's true.
Because it suggests that it's buttoned through at the waist. So either it only has that one button and the other ones are decorative.
That's actually a really good
Or
point.
that it's a snap behind a faux button.
I didn't even notice. Good catch, friend. I've been looking at this for so long. I haven't even.
I was thinking about it, and I've heard from several people that trying to cosplay as the Arcana is a ruddy nightmare. Okay, and I'm just thinking, if you don't know if that is basically one button at the waist, and it's never meant to be buttoned in any more way, and the rest of them are just decorative, it doesn't even have buttonholes or snaps the rest of the way. That's either one buttonhole that when it's unbuttoned doesn't, seems empty when the coat is undone. Or, again, faux button with a snap. And you'd have to make that choice.
I groan and sit up. We're back in Nadia's gateway. Oh dear. But how did we get here?
And I also want to know...
In her lap.
Nadia.
In Nadia's gateway.
Nadia. My head's so close to your gateway. I really just want to know, did you get what you needed from Blastamil?
Actually,
did you question him after I unbound him and was taken by darkness?
Just so you know.
While I was busy being taken by darkness, did you get the information you needed?
Please tell me you did. What happened?
What else happened?
I mumbled into her gateway. What happened?
It's okay, you're facing up because she had to bend down to kiss you.
I'm sorry. What happened?
Don't turn over, Corzone, not right now. No premium scenes right now.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Corzone, but it sounds like fun.
I just got taken by darkness.
I was a little groggy and, afterglowy. I can do this.
It's fine.
Sounds fine. I'm right here anyway.
Okay.
After you touched Vlastimil, a few things happened all at once.
Over there, off screen.
His form began to melt around him, bubbling away. What? So it didn't crumble into dust? Wait, we're saying when we touched the chains around him to our own mind, we actually touched him in reality. Okay, that took me a second. Because Corazon didn't touch him as far as Corazon understood. It was just, I touched the chains.
Right.
And she's going, you touched him, and he just melts, bubbling away.
I guess we actually somehow were able to reach out, and we got next to him, physically touched him.
And didn't realize it.
Because we thought we were touching chains, which we were simultaneously doing, I guess? We ejected a spirit form of ourselves in our own spirit form.
In the spirit realm. Honestly, the spirit form of him... Oh, okay, here's a question.
What?
If Nadia can't see the chains, and the chains are so tightly strung around him that they're essentially intrinsically part of him, then all she sees is us touching him.
Oh, it's possible.
Because she can't see the chains.
Which would make sense, since we're the one who's only supposed to be able to see/break the chains, except that
magic.
she saw the chains last time!
And in its place was left a man. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Oh, sorry.
Who wanted nothing more than to be a worm.
Hallelujah, it's raining worms.
Oh, hallelujah!
A rather ugly and familiar-looking man. But just a man. Why would you call him ugly?
I was actually going to say, I thought last time I looked fine.
Fine?
He actually looks fairly interesting.
He is interesting.
I wouldn't really call him ugly. That's quite an opinion.
It's
And again, like, she could totally have that. That's fine. But, like, here, like...
You've never called him ugly before, though? You've never commented on his appearance at all before?
It also could just be, like, a sense of, like, his moral character to her. He was an ugly man.
Ah, true.
Because, you know, it comes through, basically.
And it could be it's not an appearance, it's just he's an ugly but familiar-looking man.
Yes.
And you collapsed. You just went limp. I rushed you back here as quickly as I could. I
did
left
not
the man there and did not interact with him at all.
You did not talk to him.
No, he could currently be making a deal with the devil to be a worm again, as far as I know. Are you okay?
Nadia.
Yes?
We were supposed to get information from the worm man.
We did. We got information finding out that he had made a deal with the devil, and that you undid it. And then I rescued you and brought you here.
Oh my god.
Cortisone, never mind. I'm not interested in your gateway anymore.
I'm done with gateways. Only darkness.
Only darkness. As quickly as I could. I did no other tasks in between. No fetch quests whatsoever.
So, it worked?
Let's see. I would do that one and be like, so it worked, because...
You can still have a head to her to go. So...
You got what you wanted?
Yeah, it worked.
Question mark? Weighty?
So... It worked. Nadia laughs and kisses me again.
No, of course not. Oh, I mean, yes, of course it worked. You beautiful, infuriating magician.
What does that have to do with anything?
Why would you doubt yourself? All I've done is doubt myself this entire time. Why would you? That's terrible. You could never doubt yourself.
That's not what I'm talking... It worked. What did you get, Nadia?
What did it do what you needed? That is not what I'm concerned about right now. You collapsed. Did you hear me? Apparently I've collapsed several times in my life, and I survived death once, so you know.
So,
I'm not concerned.
It worked?
Currently I'm dead again, according to all, physical planes. So, I'm trying to survive death for a second time. Did it work? Nadia!
On task!
Did you hear me? I was terrified. I couldn't do my job at all anymore. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of the fact that you were going to die if I didn't do everything else. I just saw you dying right now.
I'm already dead!
I can't remember that. You look like you're here. As competent as I seem in the astral realm, I'm literally not.
Soul leaves soul body again.
Sigh. I was terrified.
I feel okay now. Really.
I'm just fine.
Did it work? Nadia smiles and sniffs a little and helps me fully to my feet.
Because you were laying with your head in her lap partially to your feet? Were we, like, kneeling into her lap?
Cora said, ow.
Okay,
why did you, like, fold my legs up awkwardly?
I need to know what is fully...
full-on shoes up ass kind of
helps us fully stand up. So were we partially standing up? Laying in her lap?
She helps me stand. Don't say fully.
Just help me stand up.
Say stand up.
Stand up. Good.
Nadia places a hand on my back, steadying me as we move closer to the tree in the middle of the island.
Do I need steadying?
What will we do about Vlastimil?
Thank you, a line that fits Corzine perfectly. Astra will take him back to the real world once he has brought the next guest. I already spoke to him. Oh, it did work! Wait, no.
Wait, this was the plan?!
Hang on. I already spoke to Astra, not I already spoke to Vlastimil. You still haven't talked to Vlastimil.
No, but I'm like, this was the plan.
This was the plan.
That nobody told us about. He will bring them to us, and we'll break the chains. To do what with?
He'll bring them to us. We'll find out what's going on with them. We'll undo what's going on with them, and then we'll send them back.
Because
Nadia,
how will that stop them from making more deals with the devil?
What do we learn when we do this? What does it do?
No, see, we're separating the devil from his cohorts. My dude! He can still have contact and access to those people, still.
Also,
he can make more deals with
Blastamel heading back in. Oh, my beautiful worm body immediately starts setting up an altar to call the devil.
And senpai devil. I need get some little black sparkly candles.
I require worms.
Little platter of worms.
Your devil comes in. What happened to your last worms? I burnt it to death. The magician turned it to dust. All of my babies. I made you infinitely self-fertile, and you're telling me every child was destroyed? Yes! I used them all at once in a grand attempted Deus Ex Machina, and it didn't work. You used them all at once.
Against the protagonist?
Why? Yes! Never use everything at once! You can't go...
You need to learn! Otherwise you can never be... me.
I was gonna say, you can't go Super Saiyan in the first round. There's nothing to upgrade from.
Oh my god! Villain 101. I need to tell you.
I didn't want to be a villain. I just wanted to be a worm.
I wanted to be a worm. Make me a worm.
Please.
Please.
I am worm. I'm so sad. Whenever I watch Hercules, those little demons can just turn into worms whenever they want to.
I just want to be a worm.
And I can't do that.
We are
worms. Astra will take them back to the real world once he has brought the next guest. I already spoke to him. I have a feeling Vlastimil will be troubling us no more. But he's gonna have to trouble us no more in the next one!
You are so implacably confident, and I wish I believed you.
So confident.
So, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, interact with the video. It does a lot for us in regards to YouTube algorithm. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi, Patreon, and our Twitch.
Yes.
We have some links in the description down below. We'd love to see you at those locations, and I have been scanned.
And I have been nice. And it was great